Hello, my name is Almira, and this is me retelling the story from the source text based on 3 words summarized from each sentence. Let's imagine a young boy throwing a rock at a window of a baker's shop. As the shopkeeper runs out, furious, the boy is already gone. The crowd gathers around and stares at the hole, gazing in the window with glass shattered all over the bread. The crowd feels the need of reflection. Several of the members almost want to remind each other that this misfortune does have a bright side to it. It is in making business for a glazier. And now, as they think about it, they elaborate. How much would a plate of glass cost? $50? It is quite a sum. However, what would happen if no windows were ever broken to the glass business? Then there appears to be a chain reaction. A glazier who earns $50 buys something else from other merchants, and those merchants then spend that money on buying other things, and this goes in circle like this, where a broken window creates money for economy and employment in the chain. The conclusion crowd draws is that the boy is not a menace to society, but actually a benefactor, enabling this chain. But let's take another look. The first conclusion of the crowd is right. The vandalism does make business for the glazier. And the glazier would not be less happy about this incident than an undertaker about learning of a death. However, the money shopkeeper spends on the glass, he could have instead spent on a suit. He could have a window and a $50 that he could spend on any luxury like a suit or something else. But instead of having this $50 and a window, because of the act of vandalism, he only will end up with a window and have to be content about it. So the community instead lost the $50 that would never be spent on the suit. And in fact, the glazier's gain of business is in short the tailor's loss. No new employment is added. The crowd could only see 2 parties in the transaction, so 2 stakeholders, which were baker and the glazier. They did not account for the potential third party involved, the tailor. They forgot about imagining their opportunity and did not account for the third party ever entering the scene at all, because now, in the situation with vandalism, he cannot do that. They will see the new window in the next couple of days. However, the new suit will never be created. And the tailor would not have ever entered the economy because of the situation. The conclusion is that only what is immediately visible is noticed by the crowd and not what actually occurred in the economy because of that lost transaction. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope you have a great day.